flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Okay. If everybody will wait till the cordless mic gets to you, if you have something to ask or add or say or something, please wait. Again, the reason is on YouTube they can't hear you. Even though we can hear you in here, they can't hear you on YouTube. So just wait for the microphone to get to you, and everybody can say whatever, well, not whatever they want, but so you will have a turn to speak, correct. Okay, so the first thing is, not many people attended the board meeting of June 30th, but the board of directors voted unanimously on a contractor to begin doing the ponds. We are going to start with Pond 8 first because we can get it done during the summer and not interfere with the golf course during season. So we will be starting on Pond 8. We're looking around mid-August for the start date. We're just waiting for materials and permits. We're planning on about 8 weeks start to finish. Hole 8 will be closed while they're working there. They most likely will not be working on weekends, so if we can open hole 8, we will. We'll make some kind of path. We'll put some signs up and stuff so you know where to cut through to get to hole 9. Everybody just take a par on 8, I guess, if that's how you want to play it. And for some people, it'll be the only par they get. But that would be me too. No, golf is becoming less and less enjoyable. Yes. With that, the bid who we hired was this company called Treasure Coast Barge. They have done work for us before. Their proposal came in a little bit higher than Coastal Land Development. However, we were not able to get Coastal to come back and rebid. He would not even call us back. Ron Longo was calling him on a weekly basis. So the price did come in a little bit higher than his, but it came in significantly lower than the 3 bids we received a year ago, by close to $35,000 less than those. However, it still isn't enough to do both ponds, 8 and 25. There will be another special assessment. We won't know until we finish Pond 8, but there will be an additional special assessment when we get to that. And with that, I just want to show you guys something. Not my beautiful granddaughter. But, I sent myself a bunch of things. Okay, so I was down visiting my mother on Saturday. And she said, hey, look what I got. So I just want to show you guys. This is a special assessment notice she just got. I just want to show you what other condos are getting. She lives in a condominium. I don't know if you can read it. It's crook. Why isn't it not turning? How do I do that? How do I make it go like this? Okay, I'll just read it. Okay, so this is because they were underfunded in their roofs. So they have to have a special assessment of $2 million. I'm not good at this. Hey. Oh, funny. Yeah. You're hysterical. Anyway, $2,240,000 they were short in their reserves. So there's 700 units in her condominium association. They're getting hit with a $3,200 special assessment. Okay? And their board of directors are giving them 2 payment options. $1,600 in August and $1,600 in September. Or $1,600 in August and $1,600 in October. But basically they have 2 months to pay $3,200. So the reason why I'm saying this is when you guys get your $370 special assessment, we're in a lot better shape than a lot of condominiums. And this is for something that they were supposed to be funding for anyway. The only time that we've been hitting you guys up with special assessments is for additional work that we have not funded for. Our reserves are in great shape. We probably should not have any kind of a special assessment when we start doing the roofs in 2024. But I just wanted to point that out of what other condos really are paying right now. Inflation is killing everyone. Prices for everything has gone up. Most roofing things are oil-based. So the costs have increased significantly. Same with wood. All the wood for the pilings and things like that has tripled from the last time that we did a pond. So just everything's relative, so just keep that in mind. Any questions on the ponds? No. Good. They're in shock that it's finally starting. Okay, next. So this, I wanted to show people in the laundry rooms, against the back wall where the water heater is. The majority of the laundry rooms have one of these. It is a shut-off valve for all the water in the entire building, okay? It's down in the downstairs laundry room next to the water heater. It is for emergencies only, okay? If you're having plumbing work done, don't you shut it off or don't have the plumber shut it off. One of my guys will come and shut it off. Reason being, we had a plumber at one time shut off the valve that was in the ground without our knowledge, didn't come back on. It cost that owner $2,200 because the plumber shut it off and we're like, you shut it, we're not paying for that. He wound up charging it to the owner. It cost her $2,200 to have a valve replaced. This is for emergencies only. You're coming home and you see water pouring out of somebody's unit, go to the laundry room and shut this off. Very easy to do. I thought I had one with me showing you how to shut it. It is yes, it's just a, no, still the wrong one. Come on, there it is. Very easy. Yes, very easy. Basically, you just grab it and go like this. Shuts the water off to the entire building, okay? Again, only for emergencies, but at least if somebody comes to you, hey, there's water pouring out, or a hose broke in my unit, at least you guys can run in there, shut it off, and limit the damage. The next one was, I gotta get better at this. These are the shut-offs for the washing machine. So, reason why I'm showing this is we had a washer that was overflowing a couple of weeks ago, and water was literally flowing out of the laundry room from the upstairs unit. Peg happened to be at the building, called me up and said, what do I do? And I said, go in there and shut the water off. And as long as I won't get electrocuted, I'll do it. I said, I promise you will not get electrocuted. Okay? And she didn't. She's fine. But again, this is, let's say you go in, the washing machine is overflowing, something. Basically just shut these off and call the office. Again, they're quarter turns, as Ed said, very easy to do. They're located usually right above the back of the washing machine. Anybody should be able to do them. Any questions on either one of them? No? Yes? No? Okay, next, palm trees. Palm trees right now are scheduled for the end of August. So we're actually a little bit ahead of schedule with 707. Normally I'm calling them every week and saying, when are we on the schedule? I spoke to them today. It looks like we're going to be towards the end of August. We will put it on channel 63 when the trimming will be beginning. And if we have to move any cars, normally the guys will go and knock on your door and say the tree trimmers are coming, they have to be moved. Pressure cleaning. will be starting in the beginning of August. Weston is going to be doing. It's going to be the first time we're doing it back in-house. We were doing it with an outside company, but that was one of the ways we were able to hire another employee, is by incorporating the garbage and the pressure cleaning into this employee's job. Weston right now is picking up garbage on Mondays and Thursdays. He will be pressure cleaning on Tuesdays and Wednesdays, weather permitting, and then Friday will be a free day. Being that it's our first time doing it in-house again, I don't know how many buildings we're going to be able to get to per day, but we will put it on 63, and we will also put notices out and leave them in your doors a day or two beforehand once we figure out how many buildings he's actually able to do in a day. We have some new clasps that we started using for the garbage boxes. They're a little bit bigger. I don't remember what these things are called. That's what they're called. Somebody had donated, Janice Guswhite had donated a bunch of them, but they were too small, and we went round and round looking for different things, but that really is the best, and it was only 89 cents. So they're going to be attached to the box with a chain, where this can't come off. It'll be on there. It'll move around, but you cannot take it off. It'll be attached with a bolt. Very easy, slips right through the clasp. I've got them on 2 buildings right now where board members live, so they can give me the feedback on how well they're working, and so far, so good. Next thing. Oh, I didn't ask for questions. Okay, so what I would say is they're so easy to use. I would lock them up every time, because you never know when a storm's going to come. You guys didn't get hit with it. We had a torrential storm out in Port St. Lucie yesterday, 3 inches of rain. We got a lousy quarter-inch here. We had trees blowing. If you don't lock them up every time, okay. And then we have a storm like that, there goes the lid blowing. One of the lids has gotten ripped off. It's also made it so that the whole box is easier to move and cause damage. So I would say it's very easy. Put it on every time after you put your garbage in. Yes. Hang on. Let her bring the mic, because I can't hear you.
It's just because I'm talking about my building.
Hang on. Hang on. Go ahead.
You scared the hell out of me. I'm just talking about my building,
Yes.
because I'm kind of a building rep again for the summer.
Yep.
And you're saying that I'd have to log this every day?
Yes. When you're
What?
done, when you take your garbage out, put this back on.
So that means I have to go in and tell everybody.
Well, hopefully they're going to see this on there and realize what it's for. And when they start seeing it, that it's locked all the time. Who's laughing about that? Yeah, I know. It'll go on 63, YouTube, all kinds of stuff. Eventually, we are going to put something in every box, a laminated paper, telling you don't use Publix bags, things like that, and it will say something right in the box about the clasps. So we're working on that. But yes, lock them up every time.
As long as you're talking about the boxes, the last storm that we had come through here did damage to our box.
Yep.
Where it's connected for the ground
Yep.
support on there. That bolt around there's cracked off of that. Can we
Yep.
do something about that?
So anyone, if you happen to see them, Weston has been going around and fixing them. What we've started doing is we're adding plywood, so it's not just that bolt holding it. We're putting a piece of plywood on the front and back, kind of sandwiching it in, so it gives it more area that it's holding onto the box. Eventually, and I've already bought them, we will be adding a second anchor, so we won't have the box doing this. It's all in the works. That's something that's being worked on. It's a summertime job, but yes, we will. And I wrote you down so I can tell Weston to go double check it. Next, we are still working with Hotwire. We are in negotiations, with Hotwire, there is one sticking point, and that is the rate every year. Because of inflation, they added something to the contract proposal, saying that the rate will go on the consumer index. And we are like, absolutely not, because it could go up 7% one year, 10% the next, down to 3% the next. So we are in negotiations with them. Our attorney Jacob has done quite a few of their contracts. They deal with a lot of condos. Ours was the very first contract they saw it in. And since that, he's gotten 3 other contracts that had the same thing put in. So we are negotiating with them. This could be a deal breaker, just so that everybody knows, because we cannot take the chance of getting, like I just said, a 7% increase. And being that our contract starts actually in the middle of a year, I couldn't even budget for it because I wouldn't know how much to put in. So, like I said, we are working with them, and we'll keep everybody up to date because we are kind of running out of time. Our contract with Comcast is up June 30th of next year. So we are diligently working on it. All the board members are aware of it. All the members of the communications committee are aware of it. Myself and Jacob, the attorney, are working with Jason from Hotwire. Any questions on that? Okay. I understand that all the bulletin boards are done? Yes. Okay, so all the bulletin boards have got all your new information on them. I believe that we're thinking about painting them. Is that correct?
Somebody suggested that be phase 2, but
Yep.
it's kind of like putting the cart before the horse.
Well, we needed the paperwork up on them immediately. So even if it has to be removed, painted, and then the paperwork put back on, I could still see that being okay. But that paperwork needed to get on there.
It
So,
did, and,
okay.
and to replace them, it's too expensive, so the paint, they're all in good shape except if
All
they
the
do-
little holes, exactly. So
Need
you
to-
put a coat of paint on it, it fills the holes in. You
Right.
can still put your push pins in. So along with that, Millie brought this to one of the meetings that we had recently, and it's a disaster preparations. It looks nice. It has all the stuff from King Mountain, the following precautions to take, etc. But when she was given to us, she said, "Well, look at how old this is." So the phone number actually starts with a 561 area code for Monterey. That was 22 years ago. So this has been on somebody's bulletin board, probably underneath four of the things, for that long. Building reps, if you see people start putting stuff up, make sure it's supposed to be there, or if it's no longer relevant, take it down. That's too funny. Trivia night tomorrow. If you want to be on the winning team, I'll be sitting back there at that table. So anybody who wants to join is more than welcome to. I believe it's 6:30. Bring your own snacks and booze, and it's $3 per person. And I believe Gene said the winning team gets all the winnings, gets all the money. Have another little report. We had a unit owner that lost a key that looks like this somewhere in Monterey. If you find it, please bring it to Grace. Apparently they only had one key, and it's $250 to replace. So if you happen to find a key, I believe it was for a Hyundai. Okay, it was for a Hyundai. Just bring it to the office, and we will get it to the person that it belongs to. It's a car key, yes. Okay, so 2 more quick pictures. Okay, this is the bottom side of a landing. So if you're on the first floor and you're looking up at the catwalk above you, that's damage. This is what the engineer was telling us about. This is why all the upstairs cane bolt holes are going to be filled in. You will not be able to use a cane bolt anymore. We're thinking that we're going to come up with the old way that it used to do was a 12-inch or 15-inch bar. That's how you have to use it to keep your door open. This obviously had to be repaired. It was actually falling down. This is just what it looked like when they chipped it out. They had to chip out all that rebar. They treated the rebar, then we put metal lathing over, and then restuccoed the entire thing. These are the kind of repairs that we're talking about that the engineer gave. Now, your building is not going to fall down, okay? This is not catastrophic. This is not the tower falling down in Miami. But I just wanted to let you guys see what it is that we have repairs to do. And last, nope, wrong one. This isn't the greatest picture the way it was, but this is somebody's patio ceiling downstairs from a leak coming from the upstairs unit. This particular unit has tile, but they had shutters, they have their own their old screen frames. So every time that somebody puts in sliding glass doors or shutters or hurricane accordions or whatever, you drill into the floor. After years, up and down and wind blowing, whatever, everything wallers out a little bit. And the holes where the screws go in get bigger and bigger. Then when it rains, that water goes down those screw holes. This is the damage that it's caused. If you can see the middle 2x4, I know it's kind of hard to see. That middle 2x4 is totally rotted out. And that's too big. There you go. So they had to piece two of them together and add some extra ones. Also, people think that your ceilings are drywall. It is not. It's actual stucco with metal lathing, and so it's very difficult to repair and replace. Again, this is with one that had tile. This is why we asked that everybody take the carpet off the upstairs. The carpet was acting as a sponge. And I've had some owners that still haven't taken it off. I'm working with the board. There's only about 3 of them that haven't done it. I believe we're going to give them one more opportunity, and then we will be going in and taking it off and sending them a bill and placing a lien on their property if they don't pay us. The engineer had also mentioned about tile having to come up, okay? Because the water gets in between the tile and the cement and is causing this kind of damage. We don't want to have to do that because that's going to be on you. Monterey does not pay for that. We're looking to figure out ways that we can get this all fixed. We're working on quite a few of them right now. It seems to be down buildings 1, 2, up till about building 5 are the buildings that are having the problem. So I'll keep you abreast of this, of what's going on, and what the decision is when we get to it. And I believe that is all I have. So now we will just open to questions on anything. Let's go with Diane first.
This isn't really a question, this is a compliment. I think Sid should be recognized for the work on the golf course. It is just outstanding.
Totally agree, and that is what I hear from every single person. So I don't know if you guys know, Sid's got a bed in the shop. Yeah. Got a little refrigerator down there. He's got his stove set up. No, definitely this course has never looked this good. There's no doubt. Unfortunately, Dominic pretty much gave us his 2-week notice today. That's the young man that's been working on the course. He has had some medical issues, so we will be putting another ad out and trying to get somebody to help out. Thank goodness Sid is a workaholic, and he's never satisfied. So thank you for the compliment for me hiring him. That was the most important part. because if it wasn't for me, you wouldn't have him. But no, totally, that is what everyone has been saying. The course is absolutely gorgeous. Our budget is actually going down a little bit. He's able to do a lot more stuff with a lot less money. We'll probably keep the budget the same for one more year. It'll give Sid an entire year to be here working with what we have. But yes, I pass it on to him every single day. But it definitely is better coming from you guys. Because I tell him every day, he's like, yeah, whatever. You know, you guys tell him, and it's, you know, it's a nice pat on the back. So thank you. Yeah, plenty. Yeah. Ed?
Chris, I just have a question about the outside wall. How big of a job would it be to get all that rust look off the walls?
The rust is easy to do. We just haven't done it because they're going to be cleaning it before they paint it. So we just haven't done it. We have a chemical that takes the rust off, and they're going to be starting the painting job within the next couple of weeks. Remember, they had already voted to do that. So they got to come and remove all the rust. They got to pressure clean it. They're going to seal it, fix all the cracks, and then paint it. We just haven't done it because it's going to be done.
I'm just wondering, Sue and I were just wondering, how many building reps are here today? Okay.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
Okay. Just a recommendation that maybe you encourage the building leads or whoever else is in your building who is a building rep to attend the meeting so we know what's going on. I'd rather be proactive than reactive. That's all.
We used to ask the building leaders to call the building reps and remind them about this meeting. How important it is during summer? Probably, because we don't have as many meetings, we don't do as many stuff. A lot of people have told me this is, you know, they like this meeting because we talk about anything you want to. So maybe we start doing that again, and maybe we have the leaders call the building reps and ask them to please attend. This way they can at least pass it on to whoever happens to be at their building during the summertime. Something to think of, if you guys don't mind doing it.
Okay, thank you. What about the sign-up sheet we used to sign up when we came to the meeting all the time? Why aren't we doing
We
that?
were just talking about that. Pat had just asked that. You want to, it's totally up to you, Pat, and whoever is your coordinator with you. Do you want to try doing that again? Then let's do it. All right. Go ahead.
Maybe if they had a sign-up sheet, then they would be more apt to attend the meeting.
You're new here.
Not that new. I'm learning real quick.
I think when we first started doing this, we had you guys sign in when we first started. But if that will help in any way, I say let's do it. It's a piece of paper. Big deal. If you can make something up, you have a computer, if you can make something up and maybe just do it by building, no, don't even bother. Because if you're going to put down 51 buildings, it's going to take that much paper. Just have them maybe sign and what building they're representing. Yeah. Your turn, finally.
Okay, I got two comments on this.
Yes.
Building reps being here.
Yes.
Because of this right here, a lot of people don't come to the meetings. They sit and watch it at home. So that's one thing there. But another thing I want to talk about too is we're talking about water damage. 2 weeks ago, I get a phone call that somebody left a hatch up on building 44.
4.
Okay, that's a problem here. I mean, it happens all the time. I go and see them up and I tell people. I think there's two solutions for this problem, and I think it needs to be addressed. One is we have a sign-up sheet in here for air-conditioned people Monday through Friday. Just put a sheet out there on a clipboard. You come in, you sign in. That way when they leave, you know who was in that building. okay? If you can't do that because you have Saturday and Sunday where you might get an emergency, which I saw one in here Sunday,
Yep.
that the homeowner's responsibility. Anytime an air-conditioned guy comes, he notifies the homeowner. If it's just for a service call, a yearly checkup or whatever, they notify the homeowner.
Right.
I think the homeowner should be responsible to make sure he tells that guy that hatch is down, because it poured down rain for 2 hours that day,
Yep.
and that hatch was wide open.
100%. It's actually better, we know about it, when the people aren't home. Because when they're not home, they have to get the key from us. So then we know what units they went to. We tell them, make sure you close your attic hatches, you put your wood in. The bigger problem is, like you just said, when the owner is actually home and the AC guys don't come to us first. They go right to the owner, hey, Mrs. Whoever, I'm here to do your AC. You know, I got to go on the roof, and then, exactly. So that particular company is getting a letter. I know who it is. And this is one that we've had problems with numerous times. Definitely going to work on something. We actually used to keep those locked. There was a lock for each one. The problem being is just like you just said. You have an emergency after hours or on weekends and you're without air, you're calling me to come unlock this, and it's like, well, that's your emergency, not Monterey's. We had
That's sort of the same way if you leave them open, and you gotta call somebody on a weekend.
To come and
do
close.
it. We had to have a resident
Yep.
come up there and do it the other day.
Yep.
And that's not right.
That-
I mean,
exactly, exactly.
Is there a sign-in sheet here Monday through Friday, and on the weekends is
I
emergency?
am totally okay with that, and I will actually email board members and say we need to do this. I'm sure they'll be okay with it. Then we have to get it out to all the companies. Now, we know a lot of the companies that come, so we'll call Flynn's or actually send them something and say, because your techs have been leaving the hatches open, you must sign in.
Yeah. And it wouldn't take.
Good
long-
idea.
It wouldn't take long to get all the contractors in here, as long as the homeowners are there.
Yep.
And they say, hey, you sign, when they call you, you gotta stop by the office.
Stop
and
by the
sign
office
in.
and sign
You don't
in.
have to sign out. We don't care when you leave.
Right.
Just sign in.
So I know you were at building 32A on Friday the 17th. Exactly.
Chris, are there any issues with those latches on any of the buildings? that
The
they'll
only
pop
one that's
open?
really a problem is building 48. The entire hatch is kind of racked. That's the only one that's difficult. Normally, when I know somebody's going to 48, I have Jim or Tommy go in after them to make sure that that hatch is closed properly. Yeah.
Otherwise, they all should.
They all shut. We spray them down. Jimmy actually
Okay.
went around when he was doing the lint traps, and he sprayed all of the hatches with WD and make sure that they were all closing.
Okay.
That's something we do pretty much on a yearly basis. Yeah. You got two. I don't care who first. Doesn't matter. You first, Butch.
I'm first? Gee, I'm never first. We have in our neighborhood, we're building number 23. Across the way from us is 28, and I believe it's 28E. There is a car in the parking spot there that has been in there, to my knowledge, for a year and a half. And I talked to other people, they say it's been there 2 to 3 years. It's now collecting mold on it, and it has a flat tire, and it's becoming an eyesore. And the owner lives, we believe, in 28E. Oh, yeah, that's right. The real owner supposedly lives in Portugal.
And Connecticut. So, we can make them get the flat tire fixed and tell them that car needs to be cleaned, but other than that, there's not much we can do about it. That's their car in their assigned spot. Like I said, I can make them, hey, you got a flat tire, it's got to get fixed or I'm going to tow it. And with mold growing on it, same thing. You got to get your car cleaned, it's an eyesore. I will put a letter together. You know it.
Last night at Bocce, Barbara and I went to sit on a bench, and everybody was like, no, 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 don't sit on that one, it's about to break. We had one during season that Maddie fell backwards because it was broken. We talked about replacing these old benches. Where are we at with that? And how much would it cost to get new benches?
How many benches are out there right now? Anybody know off the top of their head?
8 or 9, maybe. 8 or 9.
Okay. I think there is only 2 of the new benches.
One.
Nope. No, there's only 1 now. The one for Pete Luciano. Those benches have gone up to about $400 each. But I'm not replacing the wooden ones anymore. So if you guys are telling me we need benches, then I'm going to have to start ordering benches again.
Let me,
Well, no, we'll just get rid of it. We'll take it down to the shop and take it apart. There's
Yeah,
twofold
that's
with them.
it's
The
like
wood
that.
starts rotting, starts
you can see it
chipping,
right
starts cracking, whatever. And those are like plastic ends. And over the years with the rusty water, regular water, and the sun, the ends weaken. So if there's a bench that's bad, we're just going to remove it.
yeah, I have a little comment about this. We, the men's bocce and the women's bocce league, they have a lot of money put aside that was left. And I brought it up to a few of the people in charge that why don't we use some of the money and buy some benches for out there? Because when Maddie and Jim fell over, you know, and I said, they got money set in the account. And I don't know why we can't use it to buy a few of them.
100% agree. And I know that I was talking to Pete Luciano, and one of the things that he actually wanted to do with the money, we were looking into little bleacher sets that was only 2 seats, not, walking, 13 flights up.
Right.
That 4 people could sit on. So you could go in from either end. That was something that Pete really wanted to do for the bocce. And I agree with you. That money, what is it being used for? Where is it? What's the deal with it?
And we do have our summer bocce league now that
Yeah.
we'd like to participate
Yep.
in bocce altogether.
Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and order a half dozen benches. And we'll get them ordered and put together as soon as we can get them. And then we'll hit bocce up. We'll hit bocce up when they come back. Anyone else for anything? Oh, the website. So, does everybody know that we have a new website? You do? I just found out about it.
Logged in.
I just found out about it. Nobody lets me know anything. Am I in the right one? Oh, look at that. So, this is our new website. And it blows the old website away, let me tell you. Very easy. You go onto the site, which is what? What is the site? It says nyccstewart.com.
Yes.
Okay.
Very good.
Wow. You go on, you put in your email address, is your login email, then you make up your own password, whatever you want it to be. Paradise. The only thing is that like 30 people in here that are using that same one. Paradise 1, Paradise 2. Anyway, lots of information on this. Much easier to navigate, much easier to find things.
Can you log in and show them?
I can try. If it worked. There you go. Bam, look at that. And I'm in. So, it's got everything. It's got like our information, the office, all that kind of stuff. Men's golf volunteers needed. How did we get here? All the community stuff. And now, only people that log in can get this. So, like if you're a realtor, you can't log in to get all this stuff. It's none of their business. There's only certain things that they can log in to be able to see. Same with somebody that doesn't live here. They can look at some units that may be for sale, or the application, or most commonly asked questions, but they can't see everything that you guys can see. That's private. Definitely try it out. Much better.
Chris, can renters get on it?
I believe they can.
Yes, when you log in, you choose whether you're a realtor, a renter, or an owner.
Oh, okay.
And then everybody that logs in comes to the communication committee, so we see and monitor who's logging in, make sure they log in correctly. Okay.
And obviously they know you, because like it says, hi, Chris, you know. So it'll say, hi, Millie, hi, Fred, hi, whoever.
It does.
Got links to all kinds of different things.
And
We've
right
got-
there in the middle is the calendar. Everything is on there. That's within that 5 days. You can see the full calendar. You can go all the way out month by month. You will see different rooms that are reserved for events. Everything is color coded.
It is better than 63, because you can go on when you want to, and you can
Yes.
look up just what you want to. So if you don't want to sit through 15 things on 63, you can log on to the website. Also, the YouTube channel. The YouTube channel has not everything that 63 has. It has the more important things. So if you don't want to sit through channel 63, you can go on the YouTube channel and see the more pertinent things. You know, you won't see "Don't Feed the Ducks."
It's
That's on
mostly for the
63.
events.
And you have the events.
Yep.
Don't call me. I don't know anything about the website. Chris Davis, Peg O'Keefe, Carla Smith, Howie Snyder, and Condo Sites is the new company that we went with. That is I guess you'd call them the host. We have the capability, not we, Peg and Chris right now. Eventually it will be the office also. We are now able to put on like the meeting notices. Before, we used to have to email the webmaster, tell him we need this put on. Then we were at his mercy of when it got on. Oh, I'm sorry, I was out sick. I couldn't get it on. So now we're able to do it in-house. So things get up there within a day or faster. So meeting notices, agendas, the minutes, things like that will all be available on the website.
You can access this on any device, on your phone. It's very easy. Once you log yourself back in, you can click on the link. It'll take you right to our YouTube channel.
Questions? No. All right, questions on anything else?
Okay. I just wanted to tell everybody that we have a new activity that we have started. June Bayman is head of it. On Fridays at 12 o'clock, it's called the Brown Bag Ladies. Bring your lunch, and then there's usually a card game or something afterwards. Bingo, second time around, which is not really, but we have a lot of fun. And this week it's an ice cream social, so I think you really should come.
Do you have to bring your own ice cream? No, bring a topping. Bring a topping? Kahlua. I don't want any ice cream, thank you. I love ice cream, it's just that.
Bingo's tonight.
Bingo, I think, are the last 2 Tuesdays of the month. So it'll be bingo is tonight and next Tuesday, correct? Please come so we can keep it going. If people stop showing up, they won't want to do it.
Am I on? People?
Yeah, go ahead. We can hear you.
Okay. Can this parking lot be cleared for Monday morning so that the big maintenance, the lawn services trucks can park here instead of in front of building
Yes.
one?
Yes. I will have the guys move our trailer so that the guys can, the lawn crew can pull over on this side from now on. Yes.
Thank you.
Yep. Wait.
Is it possible to ask the guys who edge the flower beds to do a better job? My grass is growing into my flower beds. It looks like it never gets cut.
Sure.
Thank you. Can I do it on my own, or do you want to
No.
do it?
I'll have to tell them. Juan comes in every morning when they're doing cutting and trimming and asks me if there's anything, special or whatever. I will, what's that? No, Carlos doesn't work for them anymore. Carlos only does work on his own for us. He started his own company. We are hoping that he will get big enough to be able to take over doing everything for us. Yes. This company, actually, yes. This company bought the lawn maintenance part of Organic Solutions. It's called Orlando Landscapes. It's the guy's name. They bought all of his equipment. They bought all of his employees. This guy Juan that's running the crew right now, he worked for them beforehand. He used to work with Carlos. When they did that, that's when Carlos left. Well, they're not supposed to listen to you guys. I'm sorry, but they're not supposed to do anything that an owner tells them. If you need something done, you're supposed to tell me and I'll tell them. They're not supposed to do it, and they probably say, no habla inglés. I don't speak English. And then they turn around and make fun of us because they know exactly what we're saying. Yes? Who's next? Somebody over there.
For the ice cream social, you do not need to bring any spoons. We have enough spoons for 10 ice cream socials for the next 10 years. Yes. But I do want to say thank you to Peg. She has been out here in the heat. I don't know how she does it, beautifying our entire property. So thank you, Peg.
Thank you, Peg. So the Friday one is only open to women? Oh, anybody can come to the ice cream social. Nice. Very nice, gentlemen. I know. Men's golf, just in case anybody doesn't know, they are doing men's golf on Thursday. They're doing lunch. I don't know what it is. That's this Thursday. Oh, I won't be here. Yeah, well, there'll be plenty of food for everyone. Okay, anything else? Anything at all? Okay, guys, good meeting. Thank you. Thank you for coming. We'll get back to our third Monday next month. Our videographer was not available yesterday. That's why it's today. Ha!